AITA for breaking up with my girlfriend while she was traveling after she asked to open our relationship. 29M, broke up with my girlfriend, 27F, while she was on a solo trip in South America. It's been one of the most emotional and difficult things I've ever done, and now, in hindsight, I'm not sure if I handled it the right way. So here's the full breakdown. I met my girlfriend 3 years ago, and at the time, I thought she was everything I was looking for in a partner. We got along so well, we shared so many common values, and we were in sync with the direction we wanted our lives to go. Both of us were interested in traveling, growing professionally, and eventually settling down, maybe even getting married. Monogamy was always a big part of our relationship. We talked about it early on, and we both agreed that we wanted to be in a committed, exclusive relationship. It wasn't a big deal for us because we were on the same page. When she brought up the idea of taking a 2-month solo trip to South America, I wasn't thrilled about the idea at first, but I knew it was something she really wanted to do. She'd been talking about it for years, about getting away, finding herself, and experiencing life on her own without the distractions of work or home life. I respected her for wanting to go and see the world, so I supported her decision to go even though I knew it would be tough for both of us. The trip was going well for the first few weeks. We had regular video calls, sent each other sweet messages, and kept in touch as much as possible. I thought everything was normal, and I was genuinely happy that she was enjoying herself. But then, things started to change. One night, we were on the phone, and I could tell she wasn't in her usual upbeat mood. She seemed distracted, and the conversation fell off. I asked her what was going on, and after a bit of prodding, she admitted that she was feeling lonely. She said that the physical side of being in a relationship was hard to handle when you're traveling alone. The isolation was getting to her, and she felt a deep longing for physical intimacy. To be honest, I could sense she was hinting at something more. I had no idea how to respond to that, so I just listened. Then she said it. "I've been thinking a lot," she said, her voice quieter now. "I don't know if it's because I'm far away from you, or if it's because I've been alone for so long, but I feel like I need to be physically close to someone. I was wondering if you would be okay with opening the relationship while I'm here." I was shocked. I honestly couldn't process it at first. I just stared at the phone, not knowing what to say. I mean, we've always talked about being committed, and suddenly she was asking me to be open to the idea of her sleeping with other people. I felt this sharp pain in my chest like a stab. It wasn't anger. It was more like a deep sense of confusion mixed with betrayal. She could sense my hesitation and quickly added, "It's not about me wanting to cheat on you. Not at all. I just think it might be something I want to try. I'm not saying I'm definitely going to do anything, but I want to know if you'd be open to it. The decision is totally yours." I tried to stay calm. I told her that I needed some time to think about it. The idea of an open relationship made me feel incredibly insecure. I couldn't shake the image of her being with someone else, and honestly, I didn't know if I could handle it. But at the same time, I didn't want to be controlling or selfish. I didn't want to come off as someone who couldn't compromise, so I agreed that we could talk about it further. But inside, I was spiraling. I felt all sorts of emotions: hurt, confusion, sadness. The idea of her being with other people felt so foreign to me. We had always been so in sync with the idea of exclusivity, and now it felt like everything was up for grabs. I didn't know if I could go back to the way things were. The next few days were incredibly hard. I tried to get back to my normal routine, but I couldn't stop thinking about what she had said. I kept replaying that moment in my head over and over. I was torn between my love for her and my discomfort with the situation. Could I really accept this? Could I really let go of the trust we had built? I wasn't sure, but after a few days, I realized I was lying to myself. I wasn't okay with it. I was trying to convince myself that I could handle it, but deep down, I knew I couldn't. The idea of her seeing other people, it felt like a betrayal of everything we had built together. I wasn't angry at her, but I felt profoundly hurt. I didn't want to be in a relationship where I was constantly wondering who she was with or whether she was thinking of someone else while we were apart. I decided to talk to her about it. I called her and tried to be as honest as I could. I told her that I was struggling with the idea of opening the relationship. I told her how much it hurt me that she felt like she needed to sleep with other people. I tried to explain that I didn't want to be selfish, but I couldn't ignore my feelings. I said that I couldn't do it. I couldn't keep going in a relationship where I felt insecure and unsure of where I stood. She was devastated. She didn't get angry right away, but I could hear the hurt in her voice. She told me that she had only been asking, not pushing for an answer. She said that I was making a bigger deal out of it than it was. But then her tone shifted. She said that if I was going to break up with her over this, then maybe I wasn't the person she thought I was. She said I was being too rigid and not understanding of her needs. I could tell she was upset, but at the same time, I felt like she wasn't hearing me. She said I should have waited until she came back before making this decision. She said breaking up with her while she was abroad was the worst thing I could have done. She said I was being selfish, and I felt like I was in the wrong, but the truth is, I couldn't change how I felt. I thought about it for a while. Was I being selfish? Was I being too hasty? But in the end, I knew that I had to make the decision that felt right for me. I couldn't pretend I was okay with something I wasn't. I couldn't keep going in a relationship where my emotional needs were being ignored. The breakup was final. It was painful. She was hurt. I was hurt. And everything felt so uncertain. I wish there had been a way for us to work through it. But the truth was, I didn't feel like I could trust her in the same way anymore. I knew that things had fundamentally shifted between us. And no matter how hard I tried to fix it, the trust had been broken. Now, I'm left wondering if I did the right thing. Was it fair to break up with her while she was so far away? Should I have waited until she got home? I feel like I might have hurt her unnecessarily, but at the same time, I couldn't ignore my feelings. I had to make the choice that was best for me, even if it meant losing the relationship. So, AITA for breaking up with her while she was still traveling and not waiting until she came home.